What up, my dudes? It's 4th of July. It's my niece's birthday. Got my nephew here. He wanted to go for a ride, so do a little pool, see what he thinks about it.
There's like barely any speed limits. Yeah, I'm ready. Holy! This is what it's like whenever you race?
Yep.
Way faster.
Well, I have more traction on the track because I use my slicks. But yeah, it's this loud though.
Wow. That was loud. Oh, and be sure to like, subscribe, and click that little bell so you know whenever he posts a banger video about all his cars. They're amazing. And really fast, as you can see.
You might have to speak up a little bit. I don't know if they'll be able to hear you.
Sorry guys if you can't hear me.
How'd you like it?
My feet are literally still vibrating. That was scary.
Was it fun?
It was definitely fun.
Definitely fun. You have to climb out the window, remember? Hey, what's good, guys? Long time no see. It's been actually quite a while, like 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, because if you notice, I don't know if you noticed in the last video, there was like a blurry spot up here somewhere. While I was making the exhaust and the header, some weld got on the screen and made like a scratch or whatever. But anyways, sent my GoPro out, got a replacement GoPro, and now we're back in action. As you seen earlier, there's a few clips of 4th of July weekend. Took my nephew out for a spin in the Rex. He loved it. I mean, a little loud, but you know. But we need to prep for the dyno. CRX is running great, but we need to do a few things to get ready for the dyno. One of them, the major one, is an alignment. And today we're going to be dialing out some of this camber. I know it's kind of hard to see, but there is a lot of camber there. I think when I got my last alignment, driver's side had almost 3 degrees of negative camber on the driver's side and like 2.5 on the passenger side. One or the other. It was one of the two, but That's not good for traction, that's not good for anything. So we need to dial some of that out and then go get our toe adjusted, get a full alignment done so that she'll go straight down the traction, not gonna pull when we launch on the slicks or anything like that. So we need to do that today, so that's what we're gonna be doing. I really wish I would have gotten a gauge or something for this, like to just set up against the wheel so you could see the angle at which the wheel is sitting at camber wise, but I'm just going to basically loosen the upper control arm adjustment, pull it all the way out, just snug it, set it down, see where it's at, and I made a mark for where it is currently, and I'm gonna just kind of try and eyeball it so that we're good. I originally had a little bit more camber added because the car handles really well. Well, it did before now. With a decent set of tires it would, but I want to dial some of that camber back to have a little bit more traction, and I replaced that camber with caster. If you know anything about how an alignment works, caster, camber, stuff like that, the caster will slide the wheel forward or backwards in the wheel well, so that when you turn, instead of the wheel just turning on a pivot, it'll kind of like lean a little, right? So the more you turn, if you add more caster, the more camber you get. That way, when I'm in a corner, because I like to drive this car hard and fun, when I'm in a corner, the camber will be placed through the caster. So I can dial some of that back out of the actual camber setting and gain more traction out the hole. Not that I need more traction, this engine it really isn't that powerful, but I would like a little less tire wear, you know what I'm saying? So today we're gonna get this thing up and start dialing out some of the camber, and it may not be today, but we will be getting alignment in this video, so soon enough, peeps, soon enough we will be on the dyno making jam. All right, first adjustment down. I mean, it's in the air, so it looks a little better. You can see the toe is way out. I need to get that addressed ASAP, but I am going to put the car on the ground. I snugged up 2 of the 4 and see where it's at, roll it back and forth a few times, and give it a check from there. Huh. Looks better, but it also kinda almost looks the same. I know this one is way better. Let me turn the wheel a little bit and see if that helps. Hopefully the adjustment doesn't move. Okay, wheel turned a little. This looks a lot better as well. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's good. Now obviously I won't know the exact camber degree until I get it aligned, so we'll see what it looks like when we get to the alignment. I'm gonna raise it back up, lock these down, because they look good to me. From here, this side still looks like it has more. I think this side moved, but lift it up and have a look. All right, I tapped the passenger side out a little bit more. I think it's gonna be perfect. The toe is really off because as you pull the knuckle outward, the tie rod head is on the back, right? So when you toe it, when you lean the knuckle further out, giving it more positive, it's also going to turn the wheel out. So I have way more toe out than I originally had, which is not good. So we'll have to get to the alignment. I'm going to try and get that done tomorrow. But I'm going to set it down and give it a look, roll it back and forth a couple times. It's locked in, so we'll see what it looks like when we get it on the ground. Well, I think it looks less, like there's less camber. There's a lot of toe out though. Yeah, definitely less camber. I'm gonna say there's probably a degree to a degree and a half on this side, and maybe a little over a degree and a half on this side, like 1.8, almost 2 degrees. But taking out that degree or half a degree that I tried to get out like a full degree almost. So they were like 1.5 degrees. When I sit in the driver's side, this driver's side will camber a little more, which will even the camber out from side to side. So as you can see, there's some toe out there, and then there's a lot of toe out there, and the steering wheel is straight. So that'll get taken care of with the alignment. Other than this, as soon as the alignment's done, I'm calling up Rollo and scheduling some dyno time so we can get this bad boy tuned and get back to racing. Even though it does have a decent tune in it now, I didn't want to race on it because I'm trying to make the most power reliably without knock before I send it down the track and hot lap it and just, I mean, I haven't beaten the shit out of it, but I mean track style beating it. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's different to me, I guess. But yeah, so we'll catch up in the next clip tomorrow, or whenever I get the alignment, and see where our camber adjustment's at, and get our toe adjusted and caster equaled so that we're ready to go straight down the track. What's up, guys? So we're not at the alignment yet. Once I got back to my house after I had adjusted the camber, it just looked like there was positive camber on this driver's side, and bringing it back, this is what I did. Used one of these, and while the tire was on the ground, I did this at every 90 degrees, right? I did this at every 90 degrees. And the bubble stayed in the exact same spot. So I don't think the wheel is bent, because when I rotated, it looked like it would go away then come back, go away then come back. And I do have a slight shake at like 80 miles an hour. And I'm like, man, what is this? So I checked my wheel bearing. Wheel bearing's good. So I think it might just be the, honestly, I don't know what it is, but I think the camber's good going off of the gauge that I'm using. So I brought it back to check, but right now I'm going to just try and adjust the toe a little bit so that I can actually drive it, because it was sketch as fuck to drive this thing home. So I'm going to try and get the toe a little bit straighter, a little bit less toe out, so that I can drive the car, and then I'm gonna go and see about getting an alignment. That way I can verify my camber angle, and then they can adjust the toe and stuff like that. So we'll go from there, and I'm gonna adjust some of this toe out, and then we'll catch up when we are at the alignment shop. Quick update before we try to find somewhere to align it. Adjusted some of the toe out. I think the camber's good. We'll find out when we get to the shop. The wheels look way better. This one, the other side was towed out just a little. This one was like this. It was bad, but So I'm gonna get this thing on the ground, take it for a small drive, and then call up a few places to see where we can go get it aligned. I'm gonna get it aligned with me in the car so that we can get our track alignment. With me in the car is how the car will drive down the track, so therefore with the weight in the car of me in the driver's seat will give the car the best alignment to go straight down the strip, not pull, not do anything weird. We don't want that at high speeds. You need to make sure your alignment is perfect so that you don't have any mishaps on the track. So now for real, we'll catch up when we get the alignment. All right, I've literally driven this car like half a block, and I've never had my alignment feel this good. Like 100%. It drives so straight, like look. It's crazy. Without an alignment rack, I got my toe in within a decent amount that it drives pretty fucking straight. Like I'm fucking hell hype right now. So I'm gonna go up to where in my town real quick. My buddy who works at H&F, my buddy Jimmy, I'm gonna see if he can give me alignment if he's working today. If not, I'll just have someone else do it. I just need to get make sure the toe is okay, see what my camber's at, because I might need to make another adjustment depending on what it's at with me in the car. I think my caster is perfect, so we'll see though. Hopefully it's all pretty good the way it is, and I won't have to make any adjustments because of what I did right now. Honestly, I would say I could probably align it myself without a fucking rack, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can get a pull in here for you guys real quick. Well, shop number one I went to, no go. They say they're packed, so on to the next. All right, so it looks like they may or may not have time today to do any bit of an alignment, but what they will allow me to do is put the car on the alignment rack, get it set up so that I can see what my settings are, see where my camera's at, because I might have to take or add some camber to it because there might be some positive camber. But we'll see what it looks like when it's on the rack. Currently, it looks pretty good from here. I mean, it looks like there's no camber at all, which I might have to add some in. But, so we're gonna be able to put it on the rack, see what's there. If it's good enough, leave it and get the toe adjusted. But if it's not, then we'll get it ironed out and go from there. Right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this baby in here and see what this alignment looks like. I'm gonna get the plates set up so we can read the alignment. Cool. Alright, let's look at the alignment.
You have just in the rear or not?
I do, but they're stuck.
Toe?
They're stuck right now, so they probably won't move.
That's fine.
So, okay. The toe looks even, but it is out.
Oh, it's way out. Well, it's not way out, but still, your 0.29, 0.5 would be a full degree. So you're even wherever you did it. You're actually pretty close to whatever.
That's awesome. I eyeballed it. And the camber.
Camber is like this.
Yeah.
It's not horrible. It's
2 and 1/32, and then -1 and 3/64. So that's good. This needs to come out some. Let's see if you can see that. I don't know if you can, but somehow this still has more negative camber. Okay. So our toe would have to come in a little, which I can probably do by myself, but and then the camber has to come, I have to take away a half a degree of camber on the driver's side, and this can stay where it's at. That's good. I like it. So the caster, this is good. I wanted 4 degrees. This is at 3 degrees, so I need to add more caster to this side, which is this, the wheel, and you can kind of see it's a little bit to the back, so it needs to come forward more, which I can do on my own, but eyeballing it is going to be what I'm doing basically, because I don't think they have enough time, but if they do, they will be able to help me out. But I'm gonna have to come back again. I'm gonna go and adjust it maybe tomorrow, come back again and see where we're at, just because I'll let them adjust the caster and the toe, but I want to get the camber ironed out because I want less camber. Coming from 3 degrees, it's good at 2, but I want just a half a degree less, because I only have 1 degree on the passenger side and I want less on the driver's side. If I have 1 degree on the driver's side, that'd be cool. So, well, I borrowed a crescent wrench where I was able to get my caster about even, 3 5/8 and 3 3/4, through my traction bar adjustment right here. Loosened both the lock nuts and screwed this in, pulled the wheel forward a little, so this is even. And now I can go and adjust the camber a little more on the driver's side, and then come back and get the toe adjusted, and then we'll be off to the races. So, all right, cool. So that went well. I just need to take a degree of camber out of the driver's side, which I thought was positive cam originally, so hopefully I don't take out too much. I got to take a degree out, so I'm gonna head back to the garage. Not tonight, maybe tonight. We'll see how it goes. I gotta make a phone call quick, and maybe get it ironed out tonight, get kind of eyeball the toe, and yeah, and then we're ready for the dyno time. So see if I can get a little 1-2 in for you. See if I can hold the wheel and do this. I don't know how well. Fucking sending it. Ready, guys? If you can see that, hopefully. Yep, that was nice. Took some of the camber out than before, so we have a little more grip. That felt a lot better. Didn't spin in first as much, which is good. So all positives. Shifts are fucking quick, bro. This flywheel, these synchros, this speed factory shift change holder assembly, everything about this transmission that I've done so far is just this thing shifts like a fucking dog box almost. Sometimes I'll miss first or second because I'm sending it too hard and I don't kick the clutch long enough. But other than that, bro, schmacking. Alright guys, we're back at the shop. As we saw with the alignment, the toe wasn't too far off, but because I added that caster now on this side, it pulled the wheel forward, which, like I said, when you move the camber out, since the tie rod ends at the back of the knuckle, it causes the wheel to toe out naturally because I pulled it forward. So it went like this. So we have to adjust some toe out of this, adjust some toe out of the driver's side, and adjust a degree of camber out of the driver's side as well. Because we adjusted the caster on the passenger side, the wheel is a little misadjusted, but we're gonna fix that. And I'm just gonna tell you this, like, the minor adjustments that we did, it already feels so much better. So much better. I'm gonna have to do a refresh on the suspension in the next like year or so. So figured it'd be time to upgrade to some real healthy stuff. Tie rods, all Heim joint, possibly. So we're gonna get this toe adjusted and then get back to the alignment later in the week. Gonna put this up real quick and adjust it, and then we should be smooth sailing. So real quick, I'm gonna get this in the air and then we're gonna do before and after, see if we can see it actually in the video of correcting the adjustment. Alright, adjusted the camber out a little bit. Hopefully took away only 1 degree. I don't want any more than that taken out. So we can get it before and after. Then this toe needs to be adjusted. You can see it's just out a little bit. That'll need to come in. Steering wheel straight. This will also need to come in just a hair. Not much. And we're finito. And then we can head back to the alignment shop probably later this week. After we get the alignment, literally dyno time, and we're back to the season. Hopefully the next leg of the season's a good one with all the shit going on, but we'll see. We're out here sending it though. All right, we just got it on the ground. From what it looks like, it looks really good. It looks very straight. You guys can see how like straight up and down the tire is, I guess. Camber's good. The toe is really good. It hasn't, I don't think it's settled, so I'm gonna take it around the block quick and then see if it looks any different than what it did, because when I had it here it looked positive, but it might not have been, and then the alignment said it was 2 degrees negative, so I'm like, something's going on, some fuckery's going on here. But now we're just gonna let it settle. I'm gonna go around the block real quick and I'll be right back. Alright, let's back this baby up a little bit. It's awesome having one of these cars because they're just so damn light. Alright, but now it won't stop. Alright, let's look at this. Steering wheel is straight. From as seen from the driver's seat. Steering wheel was perfect. Look at the alignment. Toe looks straight. There's a little bit of camber, 1 degree hopefully, or 1.5, that'd be suitable as well. This one still looks good. Toe is straight. It might be a hair toed in, maybe, but it looks really good. And camber looks good as well. 1 degree on this side, it's perfect. It's good for what we're set up for. We add in a degree of caster, we have a degree of camber. For handling purposes, that should be all we need, because with caster, again, the more you turn, the more, if you have a more positive caster angle, you will in turn add in more camber naturally. So that's good. So we just gotta iron it out with the actual alignment, see if it's all good. If it's good, guess what? I'm not paying for an alignment. It's done.
Got him!
If it's good, I save some money. I don't have to do an alignment because they let me just throw it on the rack or whatever, you know. So let's see what happens. It's always key to make connections. All right, so my boy got my car on the lift. It's a 90 SI. We're gonna check the alignment, see how close I got it, and see if it needs changed. All right. So it looked like I got the toe within 0.01 of an inch. I thought, why wouldn't it be in degrees? I don't know. So that's super close, that's good. But I moved the caster yesterday and it was equal, and now this is off. So I'm not sure what the deal is with this. Tires look in the same spot. This one looks, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know if I should adjust it and then it look way off, and then what, does that look more forward? Well, let's see. It does look more forward. I'm gonna have to count the threads, but those threads versus those threads, it does look more forward. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a caster adjustment so I can see if I can get this to 4 degrees on both and go from there. So they actually might let me adjust this myself, we'll see, but it just looks weird to me. So I'm gonna give this 4 degrees, I'm gonna give that 4 degrees, and then we'll have to adjust the toe, because as you adjust caster, it's gonna adjust which way it fucking turns. So all right, well, we got it kind of where I want it. 4 degrees of caster, toe basically zeroed out, camber is decent enough for me. So I'm gonna send it, we're gonna see how it handles and go from there. That's all for this one, guys. Stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, share with me, yo. Deuces. So looking at this alignment, I think that rack might have been off, because I don't know if you guys can see it, but look at the wheel in the wheel well. It looks just a tad bit forward, right? And you can see the spacing on the back side is pretty decent. It's pretty gapped, whatever. But on the passenger side, the wheel looks a little more set towards the rear. And you can see this gap right here is not as much as it is on the driver's side. Now that could mean something is bent, but what? I'm not sure of. I hate doing things over and over again. Just want to do them once, but shit happens. So I'm probably gonna have to take it to get an alignment at a different place with a different rack, see if the rack was the issue or what, because when I was on the rack earlier it said 7 degrees caster, and then I reset it because I was like, that has to be wrong, put it back up and it said 5. So I'm like, man, what is going on here? So I'm just gonna have to go to a different place with a different alignment and get it done. But enough dragging this one on. That's all for this one, guys. Stay tuned.